Intel Electronics presents the Intellivision Gamer.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 36. I'm your host, the Intellivision Gamer. I appreciate you guys being here. Today, we're going to do something fun. We are going to give away that copy of Intellivania. I believe there was 50-something people that entered the contest from the video. I'm excited to see who's going to be the winner and ship that game out. I'm going to try to get shipped out before I leave for PRGE, but it depends on how quick whoever wins gets back to me with an address. So what else do we have? We have a massive unboxing. Roger's going to be coming back on, and that'll be a little bit after we get into everything else. We're going to have a massive unboxing on a lot of cool variants, and we're going to go over them as well. We're not just going to show them to you. We're going to talk about them. We're going to have on Brian of Brian's Man Cave. He's going to tell us some cool news and show us it as well. We have a mail call, only two small things. I haven't been buying a lot because PRG is coming up, and you just can't buy a lot of stuff before you head up there. At least I can't. Some people might be able to, but I got to save up a little bit, or control my spending, I should say. I have a small channel update as well. We're going to have a Homebrew Highlight on Fortress. This is another one of the first 4 Intelligentvision releases. Why we're having Roger on these few weeks. It's like why I've got the shirts on. We're going to talk about the games he was involved in the early part of Intellivsion. It just kind of goes well together. So before we get started, if you like Intellivision content, please give the video a like. It will help the algorithm and show it to a lot more people while we're getting started here. And if you're new here, welcome. And please consider subbing to the channel, as I put out Intellivision content quite frequently. For a while, it's been daily, but now we're back to frequently. So as always, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Discord under the same name, the Intellivision Gamer. So let's go ahead and welcome our guests, and then we'll get into everyone else. Welcome, Roger. And Brian.
Hey.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Great.
So we're going to welcome everyone in chat here, and then I'll do a quick channel update, and then we'll get into the news. Dollybor? I'm not even sure how to say that. DS95. Brian's here. Gamezar. Welcome, Ben. Gamezar. Benvril. Trying to get ahead of myself there. Michael Hayes. Forgot I got to click them. On OBS, I can't click them, and then when I'm back in here, I'm like, sometimes I forget. Pierre. Welcome, Pierre. DJC, what's going on, Chuck? Yeah, long time no see. Like a few minutes. Hey, Roger's here. Kurt Bradshaw. Man, Kurt, you're growing that collection again. It's been nice to see. Eric Lamb, welcome. Haven't seen you in a few shows. Good to have you back. Have you been traveling a lot? Oni. What's going on, Howard? Metal Torso. Good to see you. Good to see you. Brian. Mega Sand. Brain. C-Mart's here. Spend. Yeah, that's what we do, C-Mart. We spend. He doesn't slow down. Make sure I don't miss anything here. C-Mart says I have that exact shirt. Do not bring the blue in the PRGE. C-Mart, we're going to be twins. I'll be the ugly one. Yeah, the other Brian. Now I know what he was talking about. Brian says PRGE, drain checking account. Yes. Although there are less games this year, and we'll get into that in a bit, but there will be lots of other goodies tempting me everywhere you walk around. And there's a lot more square footage this year than last year, and last year was still huge. Rick, what's going on, Rick? This guy can play some games. If you guys haven't seen most of the weekly contests in the group that I always talk about, he wins a lot of them. And it won't be like, oh, I won by a few thousand. It's like 10 of us are like 12, 14,000, and he's got like 65. It's crazy. He has a channel as well, so look it up. he posts a lot of gameplay videos whenever he's going for his high scores. There'll be a lot of the same games as he's going through them. What's up, Troy? Good to see you. Good to see you start watching some of the videos here lately. Usually just see you on Facebook. EE guy, welcome. Yes, I figured as much. When I don't see you around, you must be traveling a lot. Code, welcome. Salvatore, probably the top horse racing live guy at the moment. Roger's like, Hey, Michael's here again. Oh boy, all kinds of people in here today. Lessie, everyone wants to see who's going to win. All right, so quick channel update. As you guys probably have already seen, I did pause my daily videos. Man, those things have been doing great for me. Every day I've got lots of comments, likes, people watching them. I hated to have to pause them, but I'm getting ready for PRGE, and I have literally a carload full of stuff. I have things I have to go through. I have to prepare all my personal stuff. I have to get things in order around the house so I can leave. I've actually taken a few days vacation because I'm kind of a little bit falling behind. I need to finish up the videos that I'm working on that I'll tell you about in a bit. Man, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So I decided as much as I didn't want to stop, I need to pause them. So those are going to come back shortly after, probably within a day or two after I get home. Yeah, I won't forget your stuff, including the catalog that I thought was mine when I opened it. Yeah, in the mail call, I opened up a Sears catalog and I'm talking about it, and then he's messaged me. I see it afterwards. Hey, that's that thing I told you I was going to send, and you're supposed to bring it to me. I'm like, there's so much stuff comes, I forget. So, and Saturday, watch this Saturday. I'm going to release a video with all of the Intellivision Revolution games that are going to be released at PRGE. Also 2 Intelligentvision games. Now, some are already known and some have already been talked about a little bit, but I'm going to have gameplay on all of them. So make sure to watch for that video. I'm going to release one video on Saturday that's going to get you through the weekend. It's going to show all the games. And then on Monday, you're going to see all of the individual game videos. And I'll play each one a little bit longer. So watch for those as well. Hello all. C-Mart. Salvador, yeah, he's going to be there as well. Salvador lives very close by, so I've got a quick 10.5-hour drive if everything goes well. Salvador's probably got like a few minutes. He comes in every year, Michael. He's just being silly. All right, so news. What do we have? We have PRGE. We just talked about it a little bit. I'm gearing up to head there. I'm going through all the things. I've got a lot of stuff from collectors, publishers, all kinds of things. I've got my own stuff. I'm bringing a couple consoles. I'm bringing TVs, a couple TVs. I'm bringing all the mic, camera, tripods, that kind of stuff. I come up full car, empty it out, and hopefully come back with a mostly full car from all the stuff that I'm planning on buying. I've got... What do I have my mind set on? All the Intellivision stuff, of course, that I can get my hands on that I need. I am going to be buying Atari box games if I can find them. Now, I don't go after the rare stuff. It's mostly the common, semi-common. But I want to go after also some NES box games. Again, I don't look for rare stuff. I'm not going to complete that. I just want all the games that I liked and had as a kid, and games that I never had that, I want to play, and that's how I'm collecting NES. What else we got here? So I'm going to tell you about all the games. We've got less games coming out this year. We're going to get into that more on Saturday. I can't give away any details on that. There have been a few games that have been talked about already, and we're going to get into one of those here in a few minutes. We see it early at the PRG. Also, we're going to be seeing a game that's in the works. Maybe 2. 1 for sure, maybe 2. Possibly 3 if everything goes well. And let me tell you, I have been a part of this and I've seen it. I've played it. I can't talk about it, but it's awesome. And you're going to want and I haven't told a soul because I've been asked not to, not even people I've known for decades. Don't be mad at me. but you're going to love the stuff that's coming at PRGE. So watch for the videos because I'm going to have exclusive interviews and we're going to be showing it off. It's going to be really cool. Really cool. That's all I can say. You can tell by the look on my face. You want to see it. So, that's about it for PRGE. Watch for all my live stuff. I'm going to be having little mini interviews. I'm going to try to do some shorts. Last year at PRGE, I was fairly new to putting out videos, and I helped Papa Pete do some of his, and I just kind of recorded stuff. This year, I'm planning on doing a lot more walkthroughs, shorts, little interviews. I'm going to be posting up a lot of stuff while I'm there, not waiting for everything when I get home. So that's it for PRGE. I had to talk a little bit about it because, man, it's getting close, and, man, am I excited for that one. I kid you not, when we leave PRGE, on the drive home, I'm already thinking about coming back the next year because that's how much I enjoy that trip. So another thing I found, I don't know how many of you guys have seen this. Let me share it. Let me find out which one this is. I got all these windows up of stuff to share. All right, so final round. It looks like another free ROM, but I don't know that. I'm just assuming it is a board game kind of thing. Let me pull it up and show you. I just saw it recently, and it says to watch for it on the Intellivision Collector. And I've only seen it on Intellivision Brazil Instagram. So I'm going to pop it up here. So this is what we've seen so far. Just to watch for it soon on intellivisioncollector.com. I'm assuming it's from Sergio from Maxit, but again, I'm assuming this. We'll find out more information soon. I love these strategy little board game type things, especially when they're free like Maxit was. He put a lot of work into that, and I would assume that this one is going to be no different. Yeah, Michael, I agree. That's definitely something that I love these kind of games. I haven't even played the new Maxit yet. I've been so busy. Oh boy, I'm behind on chat again. Salvador, Games are. Yes, Aklabeth. That one will be picking up too. That's going to be at the Atari booth. Mike's Gaming Gala. Yeah, it's going to be sad without you there. First year, Mike was super quiet. And then the next year, it was like the real Mike came out. He came the last year to that one, but he just had an amazing trip. Are you back, Mike? I'm assuming. Amazing trip with his son, man. I've been watching the pictures. That you had such a great time. Cyrus, what's going on? New stuff? Yes, sir. New stuff. My pantaloons are shaking. Trust me, it's something you've never seen on Intellivision, and it's going to be cool. I promise you. I'm quivering with anticipation. Howard Allen says, loved Mind Strike. Man, there's a lot of people in here. 35, that's a record, guys. Thanks for coming out. Pierre IR Geek, welcome. If you let it go too far, you get so far behind, you can't even catch up with the chat. So what else do we have? The loot box. So you guys heard us talk about the loot box. Roger is, I guess it's say you're in charge of the loot box for this time, right? Or facilitating, I guess.
Yeah, kind of not so much running it, but kind of just overseeing it.
Real quick, just for those of us in here that haven't heard of it yet, just like real quick, briefly tell us what that loot box is.
Well, the loot box is basically it's a box that travels around the world that people put in odds and ends, stuff that they may not want, but that is still good. Games, overlays, manuals, some new stuff, sealed games, maybe a system or two if it's not too heavy, and just passes it on to the next person on the list. And then that person takes out what they want, adds what they can, and it goes on to the next person. Just a way of giving like your odds and ends that you might not want, or you might want somebody else to have the opportunity to have, and it just goes to the next person.
Yeah, and that just to give you guys an example or an idea, this box weighs 47 pounds when it got to me. The box was actually kind of, I taped like a whole roll of tape around all the edges, multiple times around every seam. I'm going to pack it in as best I can. And next, it is I'm allowed to say. I can say who I'm sending it to, right? It's going to Hank, the Hankster. So I put a little special treat in for him, non-related to the box, and then he'll be able to go through it. And I'm going to show you guys real quick. Now, I mean, I pretty much had everything in there. There was a few small things. And I'm going to show you what I took out, and then I'm going to quickly show you what I'm putting in. Let me catch up here real quick. Mike says, yes, I'm back now. Where'd it go here? He had a trip of a lifetime with his son for his birthday, man. For his son's birthday. That was, if you haven't seen the pictures, man, it's a whole bunch of cool stuff. George, everyone's saying hi. A couple people are saying, thanks, Brian, for what you've brought. Board games and Stratego. And Jesse, what's going on? The guy that mods my consoles. He is really good at it. And the little private video you get for your specific unit, it's amazing to watch that. Stratego, I thought Utopia was too complex for Intellivision. I would like to see Utopia too. I know a lot of people talk about it. One that with AI, single player, and maybe some, obviously some tweaks. I love playing that game. That's one I had as a kid as well. Yes, I am prepping for PRGE. I actually took 3 extra days off because as I said a little bit ago, I'm prepping all the home stuff. I'm prepping all the stuff I'm bringing for people, prepping my own stuff, prepping all my cameras, mics, tripods, and all those items. I have to do my daughter's birthday. We did her party, but her actual birthday is this Thursday. So that's why I'm going a day later than I normally would. But next year, I hope they move it off that weekend. James, what's going on? I tried to click it. What is going on? Yes, that is a great show. West Coast, you guys have a lot back east and Midwest, but out here, that's the big one. James is the guy that was the PyRTO 2s that he was selling them on eBay, fully loaded. I grabbed some more. I figure those are great to take to PRGE and the consoles, put one in. We can, let people play whatever game they want. Marbs man, welcome, sir. Good to see you. He is the guy doing the Intellivision Sundays. I watch every week, look forward to it. Sometimes it's on a little bit later. I'll message him like, hey, where's that episode? But he's an Xbox guy, and he recently went to the show. Oh, man, it's the one where Food Fight and the 2 carts, Super Pixel Bros, and I always forget this one. Hamburgers en route to Switzerland. Those were just carts. So he was at that show and wanted Food Fight. So he found an Intellivision lot, and he has an instant collection. He has quite a bit now, and he's looking at homebrews, started doing his show.
It's all my fault.
About his journey with Intellivision. What's that, Brian?
No, it's all my fault.
It's your fault. Yeah, Food Fight. Definitely. Mike says, was a high school graduation present. Oh, I thought it was his birthday. That's right. I'm wrong. Graduation present. Joining the army and won't cost me. Yeah, you got to spend it some way. I was thinking it was a birthday thing. Oh, man. Metal Torso, thank you. So I've reached 500 subs and I have this stuff on, but memberships are coming soon. That's a cool thing when you reach 500 subs, but the main thing I want to do is polls, but I don't know how to do them. I don't know if I can do them within StreamYard or if I have to be somewhere else. I don't know how to do them. I need to figure that out. Thank you, Metal Torso. That's my very first one. I looked at that and I go, what is that? I forgot that was there. Cyrus says, we need to have your mod guy and my mod guy fight to the death in a no-holds-barred cage match for charity. Sounded better in my head. As do a lot of things, Cyrus. Crickets. Yes, David says he's a professional Intellivision food fight player. And I have it right back here on the shelf. I had to call in a favor because I was not at that show and I couldn't not get one. Luke, what's going on, Luke? I'm pretty good at that one too, and I didn't play that one growing up. Oh man, I'm way behind. Oh, here's a good question. Brian, do you think you will get Grand Prix for Intellivision?
I don't know. That's up to Intellivision Revolution. I might actually have to do a little bit of more tweaking of the game, but yeah, I know he already printed a box for it, which is interesting that he has a box for it. But yeah, so far the ROM was been put out to Arcade USA only because he was the one who wanted that game. So I kind of made it for him. But yeah, it's probably gonna see its light of day soon. I don't know when.
A racing game, much needed racing game. All right, so we kind of got off sidetracked there. I'm going to show you what I took out of the loot box. And mind you that I left some big stuff in there because I already had it all and I want someone else to be able to get that. So you ask, let me move this over here. Why would I grab Poker and Blackjack? Well, it's a special version. And maybe Roger, I don't even know which version it is, but maybe Roger can tell me.
0410. It's Italian.
The Italian version of Poker and Blackjack. So same thing here with horse racing. Is this German?
Yep.
German version of horse racing. Intellivision Inc. Math Fun. I believe that's the only like regular version I grabbed out. I have a lot of Intellivision Inc. games, and I could not find Math Fun, so I had to pull that one out. Draughts isn't in the best shape, but these last few are, I believe, from. Are they just Australia, Roger? Lifestyle Electronics, or is it come from somewhere else as well?
Those are Australian. I believe Anthony put those in.
So I grabbed
the white label on the bottom, the white lifestyles label. Yeah.
I guess I should show that, huh? If you see that sticker and it says Lifestyle Electronics, you've got an Australian version and looks pretty much the same inside. Baseball and then Space Battle. So of the two, is the red version the only one from Australia, or do they have the blue as well?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's the only one I have of that one. There was an Atari card in there. I have it complete in box, but I figured Robo Tank. I've seen people playing it recently, and I grabbed that. A Commander patch. I believe this is for a homebrew, and it might be in my... I didn't look. It might be in there. I grabbed a couple overlays. There was a lot of sets of crazy clones and other things. I just grabbed 2 and 1 Space Battle. I like to play that one a lot. There was a magnet, and this is a game that I looked up recently, and I was asking some of the powers that be what happened to it. It looks really good. If you look up the old video, it looks like it had a lot of potential, but it's been stagnant for quite a while. I'm hoping to see something happen with that one. I picked up a few little odds and ends, little paper things that are, I can't even tell which way, maybe from like a PRGE or something. It's from Intellivision Revolution, and I didn't have those, so I grabbed those. Roger?
What's the number on the bottom right?
It is...
It's in French.
0111.
That's French.
A French manual for armor battle. And this is the regular version. A playbook. 0121 skiing.
It's German.
A German manual for skiing.
Triple
action.
That's 5. Is it 5 language or 6 language?
It's one of those. It has a lot of languages on it.
Yeah. It's Italian
manual. So I have not went after a lot of these until recently. I figured I'd grab a few of them. There was a lot of them in there. And here's football, but soccer football. Everywhere else it's called football, right?
Yeah, that's French.
And they call it American football for our football.
German. Foosball.
Yeah, foosball. Space Battle.
Yep.
M Network little pamphlet. There's the other space battle. I was wondering why I had one. And an iMagic little pamphlet. I believe I have that, but I couldn't find one. And this is the oddity that I didn't have, even though I was a founder. I bought it afterwards, and I never got this little piece. So that was in there, and I grabbed that. So that was all I took out. And what I'm putting in, a new Donkey Kong release from Intellivision Revolution, a sealed copy of Yar's Revenge, and a sealed copy of Mr. Chess. So I've got everything ready, loaded up, back in the box. It's sitting over here, but unfortunately, how I get up here, I cannot get that thing down. It's 47 pounds, and I go up attic stairs to get up here until the house edition's done. So I have to take it down piece at a time and then load it up downstairs. I'm going to try to ship it out tomorrow, assuming I get a response to get his address. Like I said, it's going to the Hankster. So let me catch up here real quick. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Yep, French, German, everyone's signing him off. What's going on, Lathe? He is already there at PRGE. He goes way early. I'm very jealous because this year I'm going late. Leslie says, my grandmother used to hunt down and chase crickets out of the house. She couldn't stand them. What was this? I missed the comment. What was this referring to? I don't think Grand Prix will be there.
Yeah, David was asking if Grand Prix was going to be at the PRGE.
Oh.
I don't think it will be. He didn't. When I was talking to Rev, that was not one of the games that I think he was going to put it. I don't know. I sent him a bunch of games, so I'm not sure which ones he's actually finalized.
So Saturday, David, whatever's going to be there, Saturday morning, that's whenever I was told I had to release it. It will show all the games that are going to be there. And then while I'm there, any games that get shown, as long as they tell me I can, I'm going to be showing you guys stuff that's shown that's not released. So watch for them all weekend. Thanks for stopping in, Mike. Good to have you back. All right, so that's the loot box. Where we at here? So, Brian, you have a bit of news for us, and you've already done your own video. I put that in the description. But why don't you go ahead and tell us about the game that's releasing and a little bit about it, and then we'll get into some gameplay.
Sure. Okay, so YouTuber, the immortal John Hancock. I've done some collaborations with him before. Been on his channel, he's been on mine. And he obviously knew that I programmed Intellivision games, or I do program some Intellivision games. And he has a game called Block'em Sock'em, which he originally released on the Sega Genesis a couple years back. And he wants to pretty much start releasing it on all the other consoles out there. I know he's been working on an Atari 7800 version and a few other consoles. So for the Intellivision, he reached out to me, asked me if I would like to create the game for him or program it, which he did. He got me in contact with the Second Dimension, the people that created the original one. So I was able to, connect with them because it's a puzzle game essentially, where you play as himself, you play as John, and you get to throw blocks up into the air, and you have to like match the colors. And there's 25 levels to it, so it's it progresses as you play. So he sent me the Sega Genesis version. I got to play it, and try it out. It took me a while to beat it. I mean, it's not an overly hard game. It's not one of those games where it's like impossible to beat it. It's kind of like a moderate puzzle style game, but it's fun. I mean, you get into it, you can play it multiple ways. There's not just like one pattern that you have to follow. You can beat it in various ways. And so, yeah. So I took the challenge, and I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I worked on it pretty much all last year. So just to get it done in time for Portland. And so his plan is he's gonna, I believe he's gonna have some at his booth, and then he's also going to be selling them on the Atari Age forums.
And there is a list going. So if you're interested in that and you're not going to be PRGE, whatever sells, whatever doesn't sell at PRGE, he has the list going on Atari Age. So search it out. I don't think I have that link, but if you send me a message, I can get it for you if you can't find it. Get on that list if you want one. I know he said he's going to do a run of 100, and if they all sell out, he's not opposed to doing another run. So get one. As always with these Intellivision homebrews, if you want one, get one while you can, because it's always either more expensive later or you have to wait years. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was watching you play it, and I like it. I mean, it looks like a fun. I love those type of games, Tetris, the blocks, columns, all those kind of things. I mean, I don't play them all the time for hours and hours, but I love throwing them in and playing them. And the fact that it's one of your buddies that made the game, and it's John Hancock's really putting it out. It's like it makes it kind of cool. I like how it's him running around. It's not like a standard character, but it's him.
Yeah, he's
you want to? What was that?
A few games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just I can hold on a second.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready. We're going to show you guys, for those of you that haven't seen it. I'm sure some of them will be and some of them are not going to be. Again, we're working towards getting more of those ROMs available. I know a lot of people don't buy the CIBs, and it's nice to be able to play the games.
All right, I just selected the wrong screen. Give me a second here.
I saw that, so I didn't throw it up.
Yeah.
So we're going to show you guys a quick game of Rock'em Sock'em.
This thing works.
You have the screen up for the emulator?
It keeps showing me the emulator screen. Hold on a sec here.
And then present, share screen, click on window, and then find that. You should see like a graphic of that emulator. Have you seen it yet, Roger?
No, I haven't.
He just released, there's been a little bit, but he just released the video fairly recently. He kind of Brian talked about it, and there's a link in the description again for anyone that wants to see it. There it is.
It was just labeled weird.
Real quick question. How long have you been programming games for Intellivision, Brian?
How long's it been? 2 years? 2 years?
Something like that. Did you start with the book?
Yeah, I bought the book from Oscar. And the first actual game that I really released was Keystone Cops. I think that was about 2 years ago.
You had some other games where you were learning too, like Perfection and...
I started with, Perfection. Perfect, I called it. Perfect. And then went to Keystone Cops. And then I had Rags to Riches. And there was a lot of games, actually, that got released.
All right, Block'em Sock'em. So that's John Hancock.
Gotta see trying to find my window here. There it is. Okay, I'm just gonna restart the. There we go.
Brian's. I love this splash screen, by the way. You've had a few versions of it, and that's my favorite one. Marty, welcome.
Okay. So we are utilizing the IntelliVoice for this game. So if you like the IntelliVoice, so I got there's the credit screen and start screen. So just start off. That's John there. So pretty much what you're doing is you see there's different colored blocks. The white block can hit any block you want, but the moment it hits a block, it becomes that color. So if I throw it up and hit the blue block, it becomes the blue block. So now all I can hit with it is blue blocks. until you hit a different color. So you hit the red block, so now it's red. And on the right side there, you got a goal of how many you have to clear, how many are left, and your tosses, which is the one that says 7, is how many throws you get before it ends. So if you don't complete it within those 7 throws, then you're done. Then you gotta either start again or start the level over. So as you can see, just going to complete the level here.
Does it keep going forever until you can't make it, or is there a certain number of levels?
Once you hit your goal, you're done.
You can just keep going?
So yeah. So now you're on level 2. So you can see the goal on the side there is 4. There's 32 blocks. So you have to get to the point where there's only 4 blocks left. And you can see as it hits the left, the LFT on the side there, it subtracts every time you hit a block. So you got to get to your goal, and you only have a certain amount of tosses to do that.
So you have to strategize, especially as you get farther in the game, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It starts off pretty easy, pretty simple. But then some of the other, some of the later boards, they get more complicated. And if you do it wrong, you lose. And so pretty much I have it that when you get to the end, based on how well you did, you'll get a different message from John saying, like, congratulations or whatever. Like, so there's all these different messages. We had him record a whole bunch of voices for this.
How many voices approximately do you think were put in the game? Is it quite a few or just a handful? I've heard him. I remember him say, "You did it."
Yeah. I think there was about 10 voices, somewhere around that. Somewhere around that. So let's. I'll just show you. Okay, well, this one has a lot of tosses, but I can. You can see how if I hit the wrong block, it just comes right back at me. I'm just going to use it up so you can see what it's like when you run out of tosses.
I don't know if it's my internet or yours or what, but this runs really smooth. I don't know if you guys are seeing it how I'm seeing it.
Yeah,
but if you watch Brian's video, Brian's video, watch that, and it's really smooth.
Yeah, I think it's just choppy on my internet here, but I'm almost. So you can see I got 3 more tosses left. I'm just going to intentionally do this.
Oh, nice. Now, I heard you say that originally it was just solid blocks and you gave each one a look.
No, originally they were all this smiley guy here. The yellow
and then you made each one
block.
Unique, which I think is a cool idea, but then it also had a side effect, right? Because people that are colorblind can now play it.
Yes, that was John Hancock's thought. I wasn't thinking of that actually when I did it. I just thought it would be interesting because when I was looking at it and all of the faces, being the same, and I thought it just kind of like maybe on the Sega Genesis version it wasn't too bad, but on the Intellivision, because it is a lot blockier, the graphics are blockier. So I just thought that it really didn't look too good. And I thought, it'd be cool if each one had a different facial expression. So I put that in there, and he immediately noticed that and said, "That's cool." One of the things that he said was that he likes that for every port of this game, he could have something different about it.
Yeah, something unique.
So this one has a unique soundtrack. Aiden Toledo, he did the soundtrack, so all the music that you hear. It's got this, the variance in faces, and it has voice. So the Intellivision version actually did get quite a few different things, which is cool.
So who else was involved in making this game, to the release point? Obviously, you're the programmer. Adon did the music. some voices from John Hancock.
Well,
Who did the
I'm just
box?
gonna stop. So yeah, Aiden did the sound. So the voices, I actually got William Muller and Mike Bergeron. Bergeron. I'm gonna butcher his name. Mike's Gaming Gala.
Yep.
They both helped me with the voices. After I got John to do the recordings. They helped me to digitize them. I did the graphics. I had Second Dimension, which is the people who did the original game, send me all the boards so I could see how the puzzles work. Because even though before I started programming the game, I actually spent the time to complete every board. So there's 25 boards, and I did it on the Genesis one, but I didn't capture every screen. So I'm thinking, how the heck am I going to do this again? So I had to contact Second Dimension, and they were nice enough to send me over all of the board patterns so I can make sure that every
Nice.
level was the same. But yeah, I mean, this was a small team, and so we had he's got a box, he's got a manual overlays, so all of the, Pete Boland and Steve Jones Box Company, so
Yep.
all of the
I thought
regulars.
Steve did the box, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to say it if it wasn't him.
Yeah. Actually, see, well, when Sean was originally going to do this, he was going to use like clamshell boxes,
Like in
sort
some of
like
the other
Sega
games.
Genesis. Yeah, and he was going to print the just print off something fairly simple. And I told him to get in contact with Rev, because I'm like, the Intellivision people are going to want. They're going to want the box. They're going to want the overlays. They're going to want, because I don't think he was going to do the overlays either. I think he just wanted to keep it pretty simple. And I'm like, no, Intellivision people want their overlays. They want their box. They want it all. And so
Good call, giving that push.
Yeah, so he reached out to Rev. I think with John, it's he was trying to keep the cost down, and not the cost to himself, but the cost for people to buy it. He didn't want this to be an expensive game. He wanted,
and he has a very good price point, because that's already been told. It's only going to be $50 for a complete unboxed game.
Yeah, that was the thing. He didn't want to overcharge for the game, or and I told him that for standard Intellivision homebrew games, they do range in that $70 to $100 range. But he didn't want that. He's like, no. I want it to be affordable. I want it to be cheaper. And just like his other games, he's got like some Nintendo games and other games that he's had made for him. So
I bought a few of them over the years.
Yeah. So that was his whole point. But I was still able to talk him into getting it done properly. So
yeah, thank you for that.
Good product. And,
I mean, we still buy them, but we highly prefer, I'm speaking for collectors, the whole package.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's it. I'm not sure if he's going to do a ROM sale or not. That's the only thing I'm not 100%.
Yeah, that's the other big one.
So I know he does sell ROMs of his other games. So that might be something that he'll do later.
I hope so, because there's a lot of people that either one can't afford to buy all the CIB homebrews, that some people just live like in a 1-bedroom apartment and don't have space to buy all that stuff, but they want to play the games. And it's really nice whenever you can buy the ROM, and
put it on your flash card,
put it on your LTO flash. It's like you've got a lot of them are going to work on this guy as well. I haven't tested a lot of them, but I have tested some new ones. And, this is a little bit of an older one, but I don't even know how many homebrews would even work on this guy. This is one of the, I think this came out after the IntelliCart.
Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think?
This should work on the that cart you just showed. I think it. I don't think I used JLP for this. But yeah, it should work.
Before we have people drop off, what do you guys think about doing the wheel spin and giving away that copy of Intellivania? You guys ready? Let me switch on over here then. I got to switch my camera. Make sure I got the right one here. All right.
Wow.
So those are all the names. Let me make sure here really quick. During spin. All right. I want to make sure it wasn't back on a short little version.
Who gets to be Vanna White?
You guys can be doing this. All right. So we are going to spin this. It's going to be a little bit of a suspense. It's going to go for 40 seconds. I didn't want one of those ones that goes whoop and it's done. It's like, I like the suspense. So this same wheel I do with RC giveaways. For those of you that don't know, until recent couple years, I spent a lot of time running RC car tracks, helping. That's my other expensive hobby, high-level RC racing, and pretty much a lot of the different forms. Anyway, I love this wheel when I do giveaways for that as well. So here we go. We're going to give it a spin here. We're going to see who the winner is for the 500 sub giveaway, a complete in-box version of Intellivania. Oh, boy. I'm getting dizzy watching myself. Yes, it is a very good game. A few more seconds here, getting down to it. If you see your name there, you're getting close. Super Mega Graphics. Oh, it's going to keep going. He's close. Gale Force Raceway. It might make it to the next one. Oh, it did. Daily Vinyl Live. Daily Vinyl Live. Let me screenshot that.
That was close.
Yeah, that was like, tink, done.
It's like right on the line.
So I'm not. Oh, so that's you. I didn't realize that was you. Yeah, send me a message on that one. I'll post on there. Daily Vinyl Live. Awesome. Congratulations. Let me get this off here now. Too many windows. Scroll back to that one before I close it. Normally I make them like just a little bit staggered where I can be like click, 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 click and go back and forth easy. And I forgot to do that this time. So here it is. I had it right here. I cleaned up in here and now I moved them all. It's not right here. I lied. So I had a big, probably like 20 games that I haven't put away because unlike some people, I'm going to take crap for it. Hunt Mart. I put all my homebrews in alphabetical order. I don't go by publisher and then alphabetical order. But I want them all in alphabetical order. So I was like, some of them I'm like, man, I can't remember who the publisher was and I can't find the darn game. So I do all of it in ABC.
It's funny that you do them in alphabetical because I do them by release date.
Release date?
Yeah.
C-Mart, correct me if I'm wrong, but he does publisher and he puts them in a certain order and then he puts them in alphabetical order from there. He says you are an unserious person if you do that. He knows I do that. All right, so we got the giveaway. Collector Minute. So the Collector Minute, I just try to show something different every week. You know, a lot of people just look at the 125. Some people buy some homebrews, but there is so, as you're going to see as we get into the weeks coming, there is so many things that you can go after and collect. And this is another basic item, but I wanted to show the Intellivision news magazines. I was cleaning up and I just happened to find them. Let me make my screen bigger here. This is issue 4. Now, I had no clue about these as a kid. Did you guys know about these when we were growing up?
No.
Yeah, me either. I found them when I found eBay. I'm like, what in the heck is that? And I started buying them. So that was issue 4. This is issue 5. And these open up. It's not like a regular magazine. These open up into like a big old page. This is 6. This is probably the one most people have seen. If you've seen one, you've probably seen this one. Now, there are a lot of versions of these. This is the second one. I believe I have them all in a lot of dupes. These are the 4 that I could find to show you guys. This is number 2, the Intellivision Shoot Off. Yeah. Now, there was a recent auction that had the whole envelope from someone that was a participant and the patch, and a lot of us had never seen that before, and it would have went for a lot more than it did, and it went for a lot if I had seen it. I don't know who got it. Was it you, Roger?
No, I didn't get it. I didn't go for it.
I wish you would have told me it was there.
I didn't even think about it, to tell you the truth.
So we talked about earlier that PRG is coming up, and the only way I can control myself is if I don't know about it. So if I saw that, I would have went for it. But with PRGE, I'm trying not to watch eBay, and that's when all this good stuff keeps coming up.
Yeah, I was trying to help you. I was trying to help you with PRGE.
I can buy more PRGE. Creeper, what's going on? Welcome. Any new? Yeah, there'll be some updates coming real soon on that one. Creep. That Astro Smash thing kills me. Yes. I hate it when I miss stuff. And you're looking. I've been trying not to look because I don't have endless funds. I mean, I like to spend money.
Probably 2 days before it ended, I saw it on there. I even showed a couple people. I said, hey, look at this. But I don't know why I didn't show. I thought I did. I thought I did tell you.
No. Didn't it go for like $400? Or high threes?
Something. Yeah, three something.
385 or.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I haven't been looking as much as I should. I've been trying to stay away, C-Mart, because I've got a lot of stuff I want to buy, and he's saying same thing. Thanks, Raj.
It's okay. I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to help you, so you have enough money at the PRGE.
Yeah, we got to spread the wealth too. We got to let some other people get some good stuff. Does any? Oh, you have it. Did you get this one, or you already had it? This is Lave 26 for those of you that don't know, and he will be at PRG as well. He's the one that's already there. It was the shootout competition, and the participant had the envelope and everything, and it was from the person who got it. It wasn't a collector. They had it all these years. So
yeah, it was
all right. Quick mail call. Like I said, I haven't been buying stuff, but I do have a couple things just to show off. Man, I don't want to rip it. So I try to play. If you guys haven't seen, I'm sure a lot of you guys have Retro Bliss Gaming. I love that channel. He streams almost every single day. Mostly it's all old retro stuff, but occasionally he does some newer stuff. But he's one of those daily streamers, puts out videos, does a podcast on Tuesdays, even though they're taking a break because Mike, who was in here earlier, he was on that big, long trip. And then Phil was on a trip, so they've taken a break. And BD Retro Mods, Brian, they do a podcast. They have a lot of cool shows. But he does a Retro Bliss Ninja contest, and it'll be random games. And if you win for whatever that month is, there's one of 4 games, you get this in the mail. And I won for Outrun and NES Joust. And then you get little stickers. He throws in a business card. It's kind of cool. It's like not a patch, but it's something similar. You know, you play and you're having fun with the games and you get something in the mail. I think I've got like 4 of them so far. And to be honest, half of them are because only a couple people played that game and I try to play them all. What? Original owner of the patch got it when they were 9 years old, and they've had it all these years. I don't know why they would sell it. I mean, maybe they just getting older and selling things or needed money. Yeah, you steal from small children. So last thing I got. So I recently started using my LTO flash, and someone in a group I'm on told me that I can also use my IntelliCart with the same software. So Steve Orr told me that. And so I ordered an adapter, USB adapter. I got a USB adapter and USB-C. That was USB-C. So I can hook up my IntelliCart, hook it up to the Mac, and I'm going to be doing more videos showing off all of the, Cuddle Cart, multi-carts, LTO. I'm going to do a little quick video showing the software, how they work, and showing it being used. And so I ordered these cables so I can try my IntelliCart, which, to be honest, I had those when I collected the first time. I've never used one, ever. So that's going to be kind of cool to finally use one. I think I have 3 of those now and had a couple when I collected the first time, and I've never used one. So that was the original one. I believe it came out before all the homebrews started coming out. You hooked it up to a computer with the, what do you even call that port? I'm having a brain fart. You know, is it 9-pin? The serial port.
Yep.
So you hook it up to the serial port, and the cable goes to a cart-looking thing. I can grab one really quick here.
Are you talking about the INTV2 PC?
No, not that.
Okay.
IntelliCart. So this has something in there. You plug it in, and you plug into the serial port, and you can load, with software at the time, you can load one game at a time, send it to your console, and you can play the game. This was the very first one as far as I'm aware. I'm sure Lave can tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, the LTO is excellent. I recently opened mine. I was down to one copy. I had a bunch of them, and I was selling them for at regular cost to YouTubers and people that really need to want to make videos. So I'm down to one. I didn't want to open it. But to make this video of all the homebrews this weekend, the releases, I had to open mine because I could not get them to work on the other things. Some of them anyway. So I opened mine, got it all set up. It's really easy. I plan on fully loading that as well. But I will not be taking that to PRGE because I don't want a chance of that getting swiped, misplaced, you know, whatever the case may be. I'll bring other versions of something else. Let's see here. James says, wish I didn't sell my LTO flash, but got a $160 offer. Yeah, that's cheap too.
It's real cheap.
Yeah, now. Blaze says, yes, one game at a time, and then IntelliCart was the first one sold. So I had number one of those when I collected the first time. He was moving on to the other items, and he sold me his personal one, and I really regret selling that as well. The very first one. Now I have random numbers. I picked up one at PRGE last year. Got to get through here. Getting almost down to the minute. We got the Homebrew Highlight. We got to talk about that. Did the mail call, collector minute. So Homebrew Highlight, again, we're picking another game that Roger was a part of, the early Intelligentvision crew. And that is the left turn only version of Fortress. Now, you guys,
I wasn't part of the
left turn only. Not this specific one, but Fortress itself. I don't have the box. The Intelligentvision box is the one he was part of. This is the LTO one released later. So that is one of the games that I'm still missing. So I don't have the Intelligentvision one, and I don't have the two box versions, but I do have the only one that didn't exist back when I collected, and that's the left turn only. That's Joe Zabisiak. So let me show you guys. For those of you that haven't seen it, I believe I have a picture here I can show you guys. So 36. Now, this is a really good case for don't ever sell crap.
Unless you have 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Wasn't doing it right. So you can't see the top two. That is what Roger was a part of, Intelligentvision. That was released in September of 2005, I believe. The bottom ones were released. One of them in that middle, that's number 4 from the Philly Classic show. And then the two outer ones, one was number 4 on the left, and then I even had a backup. I've only seen one of these since I started collecting, and it had like a fold in it. So I really, really would like to have any one of these because this one's the only one I have currently. That picture looks like my, yeah, I know. That used to be in my shelf. But unlike you, I sold a lot of the rare stuff and came back 4 years ago and did all this in 4 years. So let's get back over to here. So this is what I used to have for Fortress, and the top one is the one that Roger was a part of. This is the one I have now. There's the back. Let me get it here. Here is the cart. There is the manual. And the overlays are interesting. They're, what do you call that? Semi-translucent. That kind of shows them pretty well, but they're like, you can see right through them. So for those of you that don't know, it's Tetris. We'll show you guys really quick here. Sorry, get it on the. Oh, OBS. One second, guys. OBS is messing with me. I got to switch cameras really quick. Not that one. I have to restart OBS. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it might just be whenever I'm on the Mac. If I have OBS on and minimize it and have it on for a while, and then I go to use it, like everything's resized, stuff's missing, and all I have to do is close it and reopen it. Well, if you're streaming with it, that doesn't work. But since I'm using the virtual cam, I can just switch back to the other camera and then open it back up, start the virtual camera, and then, yeah, see, now it's fine. It's really annoying. If I was only streaming with OBS, that would be a real pain in the butt because you can't just restart. All right. Now it's going to work. And the first time that happened, I was freaking out thinking all my stuff was screwed up. All right. So here is Fortress. Let me get the names off there. Another thing going through OBS like this, I only have sound coming through my microphone. So you guys are going to have to let me know. You guys can let me know. Can you hear it?
Yeah, sounds fine.
Better? I've got it really loud here. Oh, great. So this was technically the second game released, even though most people think it's the first one, right? Or is it after that?
For Intelligentvision, it was second.
Intellivision, it was second. The first box was released at that Philly Classic. Somewhere 30 or less of these were put out. The game plays great. Somewhere I can put on. There it is. It'll show you what's next. Is there anything that you can tell us about the game, Roger?
No, not really. I mean, it's just
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's just basically I mean, it's been Intellivision, like Go, but other than that, it's pretty similar to the original game.
I have played a video of it before, and it gets really hard. Doesn't take too long.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play too long. Obviously, we all know what Tetris is.
That's some pretty crazy music.
So that was Fortress, and again, that was the LTO version, but it's the only one I have to show.
Yeah, and when was the Philly Classic version released? I can't remember.
2001.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first game.
Yeah, but it wasn't a regular release. It was a show kind of cart in a white box.
Right.
I don't know that they had. I can't remember if there was a full. Yep, here it says Philly Classic version sold first in 2001, and it wasn't too long after they had the regular box version. The ones from the show were autographed and signed, like a special message, like,
right.
It would have been like, hey, Intellivision Gamer, keep rocking. He wrote something on there custom.
Right. And I believe that he had full intentions of releasing that game after the Philly Classic.
Just got busy like he does.
Well, the thing is that not a lot of people bought him because he was the first one. He was the first one to release any game since 84, right?
There was no following at that point.
Or 87. Wasn't that the last time they released any games?
I think it was like 90. Wasn't
90?
Spiker and all those last few, weren't they like 90? 89, 90 right there?
Those were late 80s. I don't think any of them hit 90. But I could be wrong. I'm not sure.
89. Michael Hayes. I was like late 89. I knew it was something like that. What it was is 1990s whenever they closed for the last time officially.
Right.
But I know some of those games were ready and they just held on to them because they had no way to release them from what I've read.
Right.
But yeah, that's a great game. I mean, it plays well. It's Tetris. It was a good choice for a first game, I think, because everyone knew what Tetris was, even then. So what else we got here? We've got a YouTube video highlight, but we already had, that was before we were going to have Brian on. So I have a link in the description for those of you that missed it. Go watch after the show or whenever you can get to it. Go watch Brian's video. It's a really good video talking about Block'em Sock'em and playing it for you guys. And it plays how it should on his video. It's a little choppy here, and you can hear the sounds too on your videos, right? Because that's where I heard, you did it and all that. So make sure you check it out there. Yeah, CMart, the game holds up really well. Stonix is amazing. Fortress, that holds up really well also. And it's always fun to pick up Tetris and play it. I'm recalling 1989 for Spiker as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right. So now we've got the big unboxing. That's all we have left. Are you good for sticking around for that too, Brian? Or is your I'm not sure if your time's limited or
I'll go for it.
All right, you're gonna see some cool stuff. You ready, Roger?
Yeah.
All right, so what we're gonna show you, you guys heard me talk from time to time that I've been buying a lot of stuff, and we've been planning to do this unboxing show, and it just kind of took a while. I'm busy, Roger's busy. He had to get equipment set up before he could come on. Then I kept buying more stuff, and we've accumulated quite a few big boxes, and a lot of it is not homebrews. It's not original 125. We're talking, different versions, like Italian, German. I honestly can't even remember all what's in there. These purchases have been piling up. Yeah.
There's so many items that have been piling up. I can't remember either.
Isn't it something like 6 months?
It's been longer than that. It's probably been 8 months.
For the first one.
Yeah, probably 8 months. Six or 8 months.
So every so often he's like, hey, what about this? I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we're going to show you some stuff here. Now, I don't know what's what. I don't know what order this stuff's coming out in. This is more than likely because we're not just going to be like, here, check this out. We're going to talk about them. This is going to, oh, yeah, I picked a good one.
Oh, no, I know what that is.
Yeah.
You might not want to show that. Somebody on here is gonna be a little upset, but oh well.
He already knows.
Does he?
Pretty sure.
Sorry.
I was talking about this one though.
Yeah. Be careful. Be careful with that. You're making me nervous the way you're ripping it.
I'm only ripping what is not touching.
Okay.
I won't rip it, believe me. I've opened a few thousand of these. Not this specific thing, but rip the end and then pull it off. So this is, as you can, you can't see it. Up here, I have the video plexer, but it is just the unit, no plastic case, no box, no anything. So this is a CIB version of the video plexer. Let me make myself bigger here. So I used to have quite a few of these, including one new in the package. Geek, thank you. I was like, what the heck is that again? I'm not used to having those. That's something new. Yeah, Jesus, be careful, Casey. I've never ripped anything yet. It is a little different whenever you're opening it up live and you're like, Roger packs like me very, very well. All right. Pitfall. Again, thank you, IR Geek. I really appreciate that. So, explain this version of Pitfall.
That's the French-Canadian version.
French-Canadian Pitfall.
You see the labels on it?
Yep.
On the front and back. Now that one doesn't have the manual.
So this has a big sticker on the back and a small sticker on the bottom of the front. I don't know if anything else is different. What do you mean it doesn't have the manual?
Yeah, I believe the inside's the same, but it originally came with a white
Oh,
Canadian version insert for language.
so this is where we started having little inserts.
Yeah, I started putting down what it is, just so you knew when you opened it what it was. Yeah.
French Canadian. Damn, I've got an Atari selector, but not one for Intellivision. Yeah, that's hard to find. So I don't know if I finished saying. I used to have a lot of them. I had some loose ones. I had several boxed ones. I had all what I collected, and then my buddy Sean, and you've seen him, INTV Fun or Sean Olson in chat. Whenever he sold a bunch of his stuff, I bought all of his. So then we had two collections in one. Do you want me to not show that other thing? Go to the next box.
You can show whatever you want. It's yours now. I don't own it anymore.
I had to trade some good stuff to get this.
Yeah.
So this is, let me open it up. I'm going to be more careful now. Because I definitely don't want to rip this. A really early version of the Intellivoice. What do you know about it, Roger?
You know what? All I know is that it's a numbered box, and it's the same box that the Intellivoice comes in, except it doesn't have the graphics on it.
Nothing printed on it.
And it's a low serial number. I forget what number it is. What?
It is serial number 000232. You can see right there. Can you read it?
Yeah. So I'm not. I talked to some people on Atari Age about it, and I don't know if it was maybe a test unit or like when they were first releasing them. I'm not sure. I have no idea.
Oh yes. So I got my first Mexican game. How do you call that? Arimat?
Orimat? Yeah.
Arimat. So I got my first one last year. I think I got it from Steve Jones. And I think it's backgammon. That's the first one I ever got. And I didn't even know they existed. I don't think a lot of people did until fairly recently.
The Mexicans knew.
Yeah. But a lot of people were not aware. I'm correct in that, right? Like the Arimat.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they started showing up.
Lay's saying, is that the snow level Intellivoice? And Chris Seamart saying, did it have the manual?
No.
No manual.
No manual.
So if it didn't have the printing on the box, there probably wasn't a manual yet, I would guess.
Yeah, everything on the Intellivoice looked the same, except it was a low serial number, and it had no screws in it connecting everything together. It was just loose. Everything was loose in it.
So this is Tennis Arimat, and it has the Spanish manual. It looks like there's a regular manual in here as well.
Yeah, a lot of the Arimat and for that matter, the other manuals of the other games like Dutch and Swedish, they came with other manuals in them depending on where they were released. So a lot of the Arimat games have English manuals in them as well.
Seamart says started seeing them maybe 6 to 7 years ago. The Arimat. Okay. Yeah. So the Arabic ones are really new then, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, the ones you have are the only ones I know of.
Consoles, yes, but a box game, yeah, I've never seen another person. I'm sure that people have them, but I've never seen one besides the ones I have.
Right.
The Arimat stuff is cool, yes. So I think I have 2 now. I don't even know if there's more in some of these boxes or not. I honestly can't remember. So a lot of this stuff, yeah. And we did all these. So, but I mean, we're gonna find out. We're gonna keep doing this as part of the show until we get through them all. So here are some German games. First one up is golf. You see the back.
Now, some
Yeah,
of these,
the Arabic is ridiculously rare, Seymour says.
yeah, some of these games that you're getting, Casey, don't forget the boxes are not. Some of them are not in the best condition, and that's just how I got them.
It happens. Just
Yeah,
like
that was
play.
actually in decent condition, but there's some that are not in very good condition. Yeah, that's
You
German.
see the top right above PGA Golf. Not that I can pronounce that. It's German. So this is a big jump on all my, what do you even, the variants?
Yeah.
Different languages.
Yep.
I mean, I have a lot of variants, but I didn't go after a lot of the different language games. So here is the German Frog Bog. Again, the same thing on the back. Got the slots. And here is the manual. I read it for you in Portland. Michael. So this one is a little bit different. It has the one for the manual, and then you have the second slot. I like whenever the boxes have that.
Right. Well, all the ones with the slots on the back have that second slot, but you're going to come across some that have no slots on the back. It's just going to be just flat, and those don't have the slot for the overlays.
Okay. So if they have the slots in the back, they have that secondary slot for the overlays?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. This is a good stack of 6 games. These are French-Canadian. I should be getting a nice stack of French-Canadian from another buddy that's in chat at PRGE.
Hopefully they're in better condition than those.
So this first one, Burger Time. One of my favorite games. I mean, not this version, obviously, but I played the heck out of Burger Time growing up. Always one of my favorites. Space Hawk. So this is, again, like you said, this doesn't have the slots. Yeah, we'll see what I still need. I'm not going to have time to go through and log these. I have my daughter's birthday. I have the car. I got to load the car. I still got to go through. I have tons of boxes to bring to people. And, my own stuff. That's why I took the next few days off work, because I need all that time to get ready. So this is skiing. Le ski. Let me see here. Show you the manual. Hopefully I don't spill any of these. It's good. I'm going to have to box up some of my other stuff that I have. All these shelves have shelves on the other side. I'm going to have to get where I can put all German games, all Italian, and where I can go see what I need. Yes, lots of cool stuff. I'm not the only one that got cool stuff. There's other people that got cool stuff too. I mean, recently.
Yep.
Yeah, he knows. So this one's Triple Action.
This is again all fair trade for sure.
These are all French-Canadian. Vectron. Ooh, that flap flew open. Now this one's a little different.
Yeah, that's a different box. That's that short bottom box.
Yeah. It looks like it doesn't have a tray.
No, it doesn't. Nope.
That's just to get it out.
Yep. That's just how it was made, just like that.
Now this manual is also different. You can see the boxes where this cartridge slot is located, the box itself and the printing. And this manual is a big one. It's 2 language. It's one of those ones where you flip it over and the other side is the other language. So it's really thick.
All of your French-Canadian manuals are bilingual. They have English on one side and French on the other side.
That's how everything is here in Canada.
Yeah.
So
you guys had to do that, right? The laws. That one was a thick one, though. None of the other books have been that thick.
Now the original Canadian games didn't have that. They actually, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chris. They came with 2 manuals. The sleeve games, I believe they all had 2 manuals. One was English and one was French.
C-Mart says those FC 1983 boxes are a nightmare to keep whole. Yeah, that one definitely. The sleeve games, yes, 2 manuals. So those sleeve games, that's something that I don't even have one of. Yeah, my first goal is to get one of something and then go from there, just so you can show it off. You have it, you don't forget about it. And I had those years ago, but I don't have one yet.
Yep.
Different paper styles for the 8920 French manuals. Okay. What is next? We're through the second box after this one. These are Italian games, and there are 6 of them as well. Let me open them carefully so I don't get yelled at.
I won't put so much bubble wrap in next time.
I don't mind. I normally don't open this. I'm new to opening big boxes like this live. I usually am just doing it for myself, and I take a lot more time. People don't want me to spend 5 minutes opening bubble wrap. So these are Italian games. First up, we have Sea Battle, and these do have the slots in the back, which means they have that extra slot for the overlays below the manual. You might have to help me later. These are kind of getting mixed up.
It's simple.
I'm trying to leave it in it.
Once you know the manual numbers, it's simple.
Frog Bog. And here is the manual. Next up, another one of my favorite childhood games. Tron Deadly Discs.
Oh, yeah.
Now, have you ever played Deadlier Disc? The new version from Roger? It's a lot harder. It's black screen.
No, I haven't played that one yet. I saw you play it, though.
I like it. And the one thing I like about it, you can last really long time in this one. But in that new version, you can't last that long.
Yeah.
So the games
what I like most about it is how he changed the graphics. I like the black background.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks really neat.
I really like the background too. I can't remember all the changes, but I did like it. Another one of my childhood favorites, Astro Smash. I like to tell the story that the last time my dad played a video game was this game, and he stayed up most of the night just to beat my high score. And I was very young. I don't remember when we did this, 5, 6, 7 at the most. And the next day or two, I can't remember exactly when, I beat his score. And he's like, I don't know if I took it out of him, but he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm not staying up all night again.
Yeah.
So that's my one story with my parents.
Bubble.
Yeah. He was so proud of that too. And I look back now, I'm like, man, I should have just let him have that for a while. But I've been competitive since I came out, and I had to beat it, and I did.
Yeah.
But maybe he would have played a little bit longer with me if I didn't do that to him. I remember my parents, we played poker and blackjack, and we also did horse racing a few times. But other than that, I can't remember them playing anything else besides that Astro Smash. This one's in pretty good shape. Armor Battle.
Yeah, see the back doesn't have slots.
Yeah, no slots.
Yeah.
And no overlay slot below.
Right.
So that's the manual. Is this the manual that I had earlier from the loot box, or was that a different one?
That was a different one. That was French you had earlier.
Last one in this one, another one of my favorites as a kid. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, Cloudy Mountain. Now, I'm not a big RPG guy. mainly because I never have time to play those long games. But I really like this one. And let me tell you, when you're a little kid and you put this level and those guys, it scares the crap out of you. I remember being scared whenever that guy run out. I was really young.
Yeah, the dragon.
It still kind of scares you when you know it's coming.
It seemed like they made that voice a little louder in the game.
Yeah. Sweet. No slot back games. All right. So we've got. Are we good to do one more similar size box, or do we want to leave it for part 2?
No, you can do one. Go ahead. How many boxes you go through so far? 2?
2. 2.
Yeah, so you got plenty still.
Yeah. You know what? Might be easier. 1 second. So the other box that I had over here that we could go through, I just realized I've been putting everything on it. And it'll be easier to grab a new one. I had another one just in case sitting right over there. Oh, you tape them like me.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Because I know how you are with the knife.
I've never cut one.
So I put some cardboard in there.
There's a whole nother layer of cardboard underneath here. Whenever I do that, I will just have the tiny little tip out, so I can't go very far in there anyway. All right, we got it. Oh, there's more tape.
You're supposed to be like everybody else and use your car keys.
I don't know that would have got through this one. Oh, that's okay. I forgot about these, Roger.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Tape. So this is a console.
I don't know which one that is, though.
This is just the regular version, right?
No. That's open it up and see what manual's in it. If there's a manual,
81 Hong Kong.
That might be I don't know.
How to open
From the
this one.
top. There you go.
Oh, it's got the receipt.
And what language is it in? Let's see. Okay, so that's I think that's Dutch. It's either
Is this the Dutch? I did get a Dutch console.
Look at the bottom of the console.
So this is another thing that I didn't have a lot of yet.
That's either Dutch or Swedish. Yeah.
The bottom?
No,
the
bottom of the console.
Oh, the console itself.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Chris would know if you held that up.
Where's C-Mart? Hey, it's Dutch.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. Well, after you said that, I remembered getting one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Dutch system.
What is the other one?
That one looks to be either French or Italian.
I think it's Italian, but I could be wrong. Oh, French.
French.
Right there, Francois.
Yep, French.
I was thinking the Italian one had that red and white sticker, so there's multiples.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have a lot of this stuff when I collected the first time. I had all like original 125, whatever homebrew stuff was there, which was very minimal back then. I was playtesting some of the ones, like it was still called Rick Dangerous back then, and also Space Patrol I was playtesting. And then I left. When I came back, I was like, wow, there are a lot of them. So very cool.
Yep.
I'm so happy to be adding to the consoles, because like I said, that's something that I have not had many purchases. Now I have the Arabic, I have the Bandai new in the box. I have a few like that have popped up and I grabbed them, but I have not went after like all these different versions yet. And there's so many that I need. But I also will have to clear all those shelves behind me so I can display them properly. If anyone's ever seen some of C-Mart's shelves, those things, man, it looks amazing when you just have all these mint versions of consoles just on all the different things just going around the room, and it's like, oh, just drool. C-Mart says the French and Italian systems have the white and red stickers alternating, which leads to the mini combos. Okay. See, I was thinking it was just for that Italian. That's why I said that. It is painful. Casey, do you know the rest of us would like to collect some things too? I've been giving you chances. I think about he has 150 now. Woo! That's crazy. I have a lot for like regular collectors, but nothing like some of the guys. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, there's something good in here. Sorry if that's loud, guys. There's a couple good things in here. All right. I think this is before we were cataloging them, Roger.
Yeah.
So this is a copy of Snafu. Cyrus. It's got the slots on the back. Has that, which means it has a slot for the overlays.
And that's German.
A German copy of Snafu.
You can tell, Casey, what the language is by the number at the bottom right of the manual. 0111 is French, 0121 is German, 0131 is Italian, 0141 is Spanish, 0151 is Dutch, and 0161 is Swedish.
There's no way I'm gonna need like a cheat sheet or something, pal.
Once you buy more and you start looking at them, you'll remember real quick.
So there's Tron Deadly Discs, and this is 0131.
Yeah, it's Italian.
Italian version of Tron Deadly Discs. So when I get back from PRGE and I go through all that stuff, that's what I'm gonna do is find shelf space for all these different versions. Checkers, no slots.
French.
There's that.
Yeah, it's French.
Hey, I know what that one is.
Yeah, French.
French horse racing. It has the dual manual. No slots. I see a really cool item right there, but I'm going to save it for just a little bit. I'll do that one last. So this will be the last box we do tonight, and then we just got a quick wrap up for the show. And then when we get back, if I get back in time, which unless I get a flat tire or car wreck or something like that, I will be back in time for next week to have the show. And we have a few more boxes that are back around the corner that Roger and I are going to finish. We'll talk about PRGE, show you what I bought, and we'll go over this stuff as well. So this is an Italian Star Strike. At least I think this is 0131.
Yes.
It's got the slots on the back, and it has the cool little overlay slot. So mind you guys, this isn't stuff that I got one big order. This is stuff I've been buying. I think he said the first time it's like 8 months ago. So this is stuff that's been accumulating, and we've been planning to do it on a show and have Roger on. And first we had to have him on for the interview, which if you guys missed that, you missed a heck of a show. Go back and watch it. That was last week, episode 30, show 35. So Roger was a great interview. It was fun to watch, fun to do for me as well, because I've known Roger for a long time. Slots in the space battle. Now these are cool boxes right here. I like these. This one is Mission X.
So the international versions.
Yep. Was there 4 of these, right?
3.
3?
I think 3. Yeah. So 3 or 4.
Vectron, Mission X. Oh, I must have a duplicate.
Burger Time.
Yeah, and Burger Time.
Yeah.
Vectron was 1 too. There's the Burger Time. Okay, so there's 4.
What's the 4th one? Burger Time, Mission X.
I thought there was 4. What's the 4th one, C-Mart? Shark, right? Shark?
Yeah, Shark, yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'm like playing through my head all these games.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a French Intellivoice?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. These have been taking up a huge pile of my room back here. It's going to be nice to be able to walk all the way around the corner again.
How are you going to get all those boxes past your wife, though? That's what I want to know.
Come on, man. I have a 1,500 square foot shop that has big giant shelves, and the whole thing is full, and there's not one car in it. It's not all games, but there's a lot of game stuff in there. A lot of camping stuff, RC stuff. If you guys think games are expensive, you should try RC racing. I have probably equal amount of money in both, and that takes up a lot. She knows. She's highly accepting. She knows I'm going to do it anyway. But I'm not one that does it. I work a lot of overtime to pay for all my toys. And this one is what?
Italian, it looks like.
Italian 0131. Now that one I've got. I'll remember that one.
Yep.
This is Night Stalker. This looks like French. Has the slots in the back. So it has that cool slot for the overlays.
Yep.
Few more down here, and then I'll get to the one good thing, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll save the rest for the next week's show, because there's too many for one. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. We've got 1 slot.
And 1 big slot.
Yeah, 1 big slot. Big sloppy one. And that is 0131. Or 0131. Auto racing. Is Chuck still in here? Nice FC Intellivoice. My first one. I loved auto racing as a kid. Now, if you guys don't know, there's 2 versions for the ROM, or there's at least 2. You have the realistic steering, and you have, the directional. Now, I can never remember which one that I can play on, but the other one, I can't get around the first course. The one where you constantly kind of move, I want directional, I think is the one I play with. This one is 0131. Now, there's another game that I want to get into more that I haven't is David Harley's version, Ford versus Ferrari, Super Pro Auto Racing. It's a lot faster. Soccer. No slots. 0131.
It's Italian.
I'm going to have a lot of those Italian games.
Yep.
Another Italian. Tennis. 0131. It has the slots. Almost to that cool item.
You know, Casey, some guys, probably guys in the chat, actually collect the non-slot international boxes.
There are some. I see one. where is it? Soccer, without a doubt, the most common of all the Euro games, which makes sense. Yeah, definitely. That's like baseball here. Football. All right, what do we have here? A few more, and then we'll be done. Sub Hunt. So this is a game that I did not have. I am not surprised. I know now when people tell me stuff like that. That's what I tell you. I'm not surprised. He says, I do. So this is a game that I still don't know how to play. So that I'm close to 100 of the 125 for gameplay videos. If you guys haven't seen that, I have a playlist on my channel. I'm not on camera. Oop. Oh, cool. You gave a bonus in here. I don't have Sub Hunt yet because I don't know how to play it. I need a lot of the games we're getting down to. I have to learn how to play them, like Tarman. Don't even know what to do. I got to learn to play it for a 5-minute video. So you gave me a bonus in here.
Didn't even know it was in it.
Only one.
That's the first one. That's the first variant of that overlay too. That's the gray one.
Cool. So Sub Hunt. And again, starting to mix them up. I'm running out of place.
Yeah,
Sea Battle.
Those are French Canadian, I believe, just by the boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, the French ones will have the slots in the back or the flat back. And that should be, I think 0720 for those manuals.
Yes, these are 0720.
Yeah.
I think, if memory serves. Get here. Tennis. Let's see the manual. Oh. And I'm going to have to go through all these because I'm finishing up the PRGE release videos. And I can't have all this in the background. So here is boxing.
Yeah, you could just stack them.
And again, 0720.
Yeah.
Three more. And then the one last item. Baseball. I've still never lost at this version.
Not yet.
Someday, Roger, someday. I'm going to make you a believer like I have everyone else. This one's missing the little white tray, but I have a ton of those. This is NBA basketball. That's the regular one. And one last variant game. Don't fall over, guys. Auto racing. I have a feeling Casey throws mush boxes away. No, especially not these. I don't throw anything away. I have some bad stuff that I've got. You know, I used to buy, not now, but I used to buy the big lots all the time.
Yeah.
And
I've actually thrown boxes away.
I never have.
They're so smashed. And so I said, I don't want anybody to have this box. It needs to go.
Whenever they're the moldy ones, I have thrown that away.
Yeah.
So tell them what this is, Roger.
That's the Series 2 overlays.
So I had this before, way back, and I made a trade for this one. I only had Series 3. I'd really like Series 1, but those are really hard to get.
But you had two Series 3s, and I had the Series 2, and I didn't have the Series 3.
So it worked out.
Believe it or not, because I sold all mine. So we traded the overlays.
That was a great trade, Roger. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was good for me too. I like the Series 3 better. I like the last one the best. So
The first one, I think I go by rarity because the first one I didn't even know about or have way back. I only knew about Series 2. CMart says throwing out Intellivision boxes is so difficult, even when they're absolute crap. I agree. I'm with you, buddy. Moldy ones, yeah. That's what I was saying. I throw away moldy ones because I don't want them around.
Well, the ones that I threw out were like ripped up. Half of the back was missing, and they were just terrible. So what I would do is in those, and they're not the rarer games; they're common games. I would pull the tray out and keep the tray for later in case I get some without trays, and I just
whatever you can salvage.
Yeah.
Oh, good, Michael. I may have to pick your brain. I haven't read the manual or anything yet. Just the games I'm getting down to are the ones that just I've never played.
Does SC Mart if he has the original overlay set, the Series 1?
You know he does.
I'm not sure. One of the collectors, and I think it was Chris, said that they didn't have that one. I'm not sure if it was him or not.
C-Mart says, I bet I know where some of Roger's overlays ended up. He has it. I knew he did.
I know he has a lot of the original layouts.
I'm still learning a lot too. Guys like Roger and C-Mart, those are the real kings. I know quite a bit for a normal guy, but
not me.
Oh, you can spit off numbers, manuals, and know which ones they are. I didn't know a lot of those.
That's just because I collect them. That's all.
Yep. Save whatever you can save. Throw away the nasty stuff. Now, I remember some people, they had like where they cut out the boxes, cut out the tabs. I've had a lot of boxes that had the whole bottom tabs like cut out. And I do save all that because, like, for instance, a guy at work, his mom had Intellivision and he remembers it, but he didn't grow up playing it. He's quite a bit older than I am. He was already like into girls when games came out and he just was into sports. He didn't play, but his mom had it. And he's like, I always wanted to try that. So I gave him a console and a bunch of those kind of boxes, the ones that, you know, missing stuff or not missing stuff, but like a tab or like a flap, or he doesn't care. He gets to see him, play him, and check him out. That's what I do with those kinds of things. Or, you know, someone needs a copy and they don't care, I'll send them one of those.
Yeah.
He says it's in a small, tiny plastic bag. First release was like 30, he thinks. You talking about how many games for the overlays? And the first ones, they were hand cut. Like, it was a long process for those first ones.
Yep, they're all hand
talked
done.
about it last week. After that one, you had a lot better way of doing it.
Yeah, for sure. I couldn't have kept doing it the way I originally started doing them.
That was for the love of Intellivision and helping out collectors that you knew for the most part.
Right.
IR Geek says Drew and friends do a great job supporting the Intellivision community. The Intellivision community is pretty big. There's a lot of people that don't come on YouTube, don't get on Facebook. There are a lot of collectors still out there that are just silent. Not everyone likes to be a part of everything and talk and chat, and I get it. I mean, up until fairly recently, I would have never been on YouTube on video talking about things. I would just do it chatting on the phone. You know, this is all something fairly new to me, and I hate being on camera, but you kind of get over that once you're on this long enough. All right. That's going to do it for episode 36. One of you guys, not you, Roger, we're going to be on next week because I'm going to be back in time. The only way I won't be back in time is if something bad happened, and that's not going to happen. So next week, Roger and I will be here. We're going to go over the rest of the boxes. We should be able to get through the other ones. We did about half. So we should be able to get through the rest of them next show. I also want to show what I got at PRGE and talk a little bit. I will put out a PRGE show, but you know, that's gonna be a fun one as well because we'll have PRGE and the rest of the goodies from Roger. And what about you, Brian? What do you have coming up?
I think I've already shown off, but there's a bunch of things
In the works?
Yeah, I mean, whatever's going to show up at PRGE. I've already done videos on some of the games that I've been working on. So, like Donkey Kong 3, that's going to be there. So, I don't know what else is going to come up. Whatever comes off my head at the time.
Yep. Do you have any videos you're working on, or?
Uh,
I know you're like a random streamer. You pop on and you like something will catch your ear, and you'll just start talking about it going live. And I love those. I can't do those yet.
It's at the point now where it's like if I get an idea in my head, I'll write it down and then I'll just run and do a video. If I'm working on a game, I'll start to show little previews of it. So it's really just kind of random right now. I'm all over the place. Just taking on so many like you were saying earlier, you get busy, you're doing things. Hopefully I will. I know I was talking to Rev and he was telling me he's going to be sending me some stuff that I could start to sell. So I don't know if it's going to be newer stuff, but I did tell him I would like to get some of the older stuff, like the Keystone Cops and stuff, available.
Yeah.
I know people have been asking for that game.
So he says he's going to have a near full restock by the end of the year.
Yeah. So, and he did say he was going to send me some stuff. So I'm not really sure. Right now, the only game that I have for sale is that I'm selling myself is the Napoleonic Wars. And I'm offering it as you can get it as a sealed copy or you can get it as a signed copy where I actually sign and number it. So if you don't have a copy yet, if you don't have a copy yet, hit me up. briansmancave.com. You can go to my YouTube channel, leave a comment, find me all over the place, and I can hook you up.
Sweet. So last thing here was it Intellivision's podcast. I didn't get word back. He sent it. I seen it, and then I forgot about it. I didn't see it before the show. There will be a new podcast episode coming out very soon. So if you guys listen to those, make sure you check it out. I will be listening to it on my 10.5-hour drive. Not that it's that long, but they are long. On my drive, I'll be listening to it. I'm pretty sure that you guys put one out last year too, because I remember listening to one. Maybe I was behind on one. I listened to one for a few hours on my trip. Let's see here. See you in a few days. So Jesse is another person that's going to be there at PRG as well. If you don't remember, that's the guy that mods consoles, including the ones that I've had modded. Howard says, wonderful stream. Thanks. Cyrus, great show, y'all. 5:30, I think. So yes, we did. Okay, I thought so. PRG is a good time for them to pop one out, and they have a special guest on this one. I'm not going to say who it is. Go listen to it. It's pretty cool to see special guest on there. So, all right, guys. Again, I want to thank everyone for watching. I want to thank my guests. I want to thank Roger. Thank Brian for coming on. It was great having you guys on, and we will see you guys soon. And I will see you next week, Roger. So Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Stick around here for a second. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the show. If you haven't already, please give the video a like. If you haven't, sub to the channel. I'm over that 500 hub. I'm working on almost to 530, I think, now. So we do have, as you saw, we have super chats and such. I'm working on memberships, which will help support. It's like $500 a year for StreamYard. And, nothing's going to be hidden. I'm not one of those. I'm not here for any of that. I just want to talk about Intellivision and bring it out. But for those that keep asking, they will be there. We have a few other things we're going to do. Like we have polls now as soon as I figure out how to use them. So, watch for my videos on Saturdays. I said earlier, we're going to talk about the Intellivision Revolution PRGE releases. We're going to have some of the Intelligentvision releases as well. We're going to go over some of the other ones. Monday, we'll show all the individual games. Watch for those as well. It's a lot of cool stuff. I'm having fun with them. Some good stuff. So make sure you check it out. Watch for all weekend. Watch for my PRGE stuff. We're going to do a lot of live stuff, little shorts, different things. So So next week, as I told you guys, we're gonna have the show. I'll be back in time because I leave early enough to get back in time. I got to take the car rental back, and then I will be home for the show. Talk about PRG, tell you guys what I got. We'll have the show with Roger, unbox the rest of the stuff. So until next week, episode 37, I thank you guys for watching. A lot of you here. Congrats to the winner. Make sure you contact me, and I will get you that copy of Intellivania. All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you in the next one.